My wife declared, "You're on the couch until you apologize for something you didn't do." I said, "Fine by me." I didn't apologize. 3 weeks later, I turned the spare room into my personal haven. When she finally stepped inside, I, 38, male, had been exiled to the couch 3 weeks ago over something so absurd it still baffles me. My wife, Claire, 36, accused me of hitting on the new neighbor, Sophie, who's 23, and just moved in with her boyfriend. Here's what really happened. I was hauling out the garbage. Sophie was wrestling with a huge box. I helped her carry it to her door. We talked for maybe 2 minutes about the area. That's it. That's the whole offense. Claire saw this from our window and lost it. Claimed I was all over her, practically fawning. When I tried to explain, she snapped, "Don't manipulate me, Ryan." I know what I saw. You're on the couch until you admit it and apologize. I stood there, stunned by the nonsense, then said, "All right." She blinked. "That's it?" "Yeah, all right. I'll sleep on the couch until you apologize." She stormed off, probably expecting me to beg by bedtime. But here's the deal. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not apologizing for helping a neighbor. That's not how this works. Night 1 on the couch was awful. Our sofa's great for lounging, terrible for sleeping. My back was wrecked by morning. Claire came downstairs, saw me brewing coffee, and asked, "Ready to apologize?" "Nope." She huffed and left for work. By night 3, I was over the couch. We have a spare room, decent-sized, mostly storage and Claire's extra wardrobe. I grabbed my pillow and crashed on the old pull-out bed. Not ideal, but better than the sofa. Claire noticed. "Couch too rough for you?" "Yep." "Then apologize." "No." She smirked like she was winning some contest. "Fine, enjoy the pullout. But here's where it gets good. I'm a project manager with a solid income. Claire earns well in advertising, but we keep separate accounts for personal expenses after bills. I had about $3,000 saved for a new woodworking kit. Decided to redirect those funds. Day 4, I ordered a memory foam mattress, queen size, $800, with fast delivery. Day 7, scoured online marketplaces, snagged a leather armchair for $200, a sturdy oak desk for $150, and a 55-inch TV someone was selling for $300. Borrowed my friend Mike's van and moved it all in while Claire was at her mom's. Day 10, online shopping came through. Microwave, $60. Floating shelves, $50. A cozy rug, $120, to pull the room together. Day 14, I leaned into the pettiness. Bought a gaming console, $500, and a sound bar, $200. Added blackout curtains, $40, for good measure. Day 18, the final touches. LED strip lights for ambiance, some vintage movie posters I'd always wanted, and, my favorite, a digital keypad lock for the door, $150. By week 3, I'd spent around $2,800 transforming that spare room into my personal retreat. It was everything our bedroom wasn't. My space, my rules, my style. Claire hadn't stepped foot in there. She'd knock sometimes, call me childish, but never entered. She was playing a waiting game, expecting me to crack. Last night, it all came to a head. I was in my room, gaming online with Mike, when I heard Claire try the door. It didn't budge, thanks to the lock. "Ryan, why's this door locked?" I paused the game. "Privacy. Open it now." "No thanks, I'm set." Silence, then pounding. "Ryan, open this door." I walked to the door but kept it shut. "Claire, you kicked me out of our bedroom. This is my space now. Apologize for accusing me falsely whenever you're ready." "I'm not apologizing. I saw what I saw. No." Then I heard her on the phone with her mom, on speaker so I'd hear. Classic Claire move. "Mom, he's lost it. He's locked himself in the spare room and won't come out." Her mom, Linda, loud as ever. "Locked in his own house? He put a code lock on the spare room. Why's he in there, honey?" Claire hesitated. He's being punished. For what? He was flirting with the neighbor. Was he really? Mom, whose side are you on? Just asking, sweetie. What did he do? Claire went quiet. He helped her carry a box. Even Linda paused. That's it? You didn't see how he looked at her. Claire, maybe you should apologize. I can't believe you're siding with him. She hung up, then more pounding. Ryan, I'm calling a locksmith. Go for it, I called back. I own this house too. I can lock any door I want. I'd already checked the law. Interior locks are fine as long as they don't block emergency exits, and both owners agree. She must have looked it up too, because the locksmith threats stopped. Then came the texts, a flood of them. This is insane. You're acting like a kid. That room's for guests. Your stuff's still in our bedroom. I bought new clothes. They're in my closet now. Your closet? It's a spare room. Not anymore. You can't claim a room. You claimed the whole bedroom. I'm just making do. That's different. You were punished. For something I didn't do, so I made my own space. This is stupid. Come back to our room. You inviting me back? Only if you apologize. Then I'm good here. This morning, while I was at work, she finally went in. I have a camera in there, legally placed. It's my space now. Watched her jaw drop as she saw the setup. She stood in the doorway for 5 minutes, staring, touched the TV, the mini fridge, sat in the armchair. When she saw the gaming console, she looked like she might cry. When I got home, she was at the kitchen table, no anger, just defeat. You built a whole apartment in there. It's just a room with a fridge, microwave, and console. How much did it cost? My personal savings, not joint funds. She went quiet for a long time. You're really not going to apologize? Not for something I didn't do. So you're living in there forever? Until you apologize for falsely accusing me and kicking me out. Yeah, this is absurd. It was absurd 3 weeks ago when you started it. Now it's my life. She got up and left. Haven't seen her since. It's 10 p.m. now, and she's in our old bedroom. I'm in my room writing this, eating takeout. Got my game ready, a cold soda from my fridge, and honestly, I'm good. Really good. Is this petty? Sure. But I'm a grown man kicked out of his bedroom for helping a neighbor with a box. If she wants to die on this hill, I'll build a whole mansion on mine. Update 1. Things escalated in ways I didn't expect. Claire's entitlement hit new levels and I had to keep up. First, she stopped doing my laundry. No problem. I bought a compact washer-dryer for $400 off a local listing. Fits perfectly in my room. Then she stopped cooking my share of dinner. Fine, I've got my microwave and fridge, started meal prepping on weekends. Even got an air fryer, $80 for my desk, but then it got spicy. She called a house meeting with her friend Tara as a mediator. They sat me down in the living room like I was in an intervention. Ryan, don't you think this is too much? Tara said. I'm just honoring Claire's choice to kick me out of the bedroom. But you turned the spare room into a bachelor pad, Tara said. It's supposed to be for guests. What guests? Your mom who stays at hotels because she hates our spare bathroom? Your cousin who hasn't visited in years? That's not the point, Claire cut in. It's exactly the point. The room was a storage dump. Now it's useful. You're being spiteful, Tara said. I'm being comfortable. Claire made a call. I adjusted. Then Claire played what she thought was her trump card. Fine, I'm claiming the master bathroom entirely. Use the hall bathroom. Okay? She blinked. Tara looked stunned. That's it? Yeah, you want to escalate? Hall bathroom's fine. What she didn't know was I'd planned for this. The hall bathroom's right by my room. The master's through the bedroom, so she's stuck cleaning it. That night, I moved my stuff to the hall bathroom and upgraded it. Rainfall shower head, $60. A high-tech bidet toilet seat, $200. Life-changing. Plush towels, a humidifier, plants. It went from basic to spa level in 2 days. Meanwhile, Claire griped to her sister on the phone. I heard through the thin walls. He doesn't even use the master bathroom anymore. He made the hall one fancy. He got a bidet, Lisa. The real twist came 3 days ago. Claire's job went hybrid. 3 days in office, 2 remote. She needs a home office. Guess which room she wanted? She knocked at 7 a.m. Ryan, we need to talk about the spare room. My room? It needs to be an office. I'm working from home twice a week, soon. Congrats. Set up a desk in the bedroom. It's huge. There's no space with the bed and dressers. Rearrange. Or you could stop being petty and give me the room. I laughed. The room I furnished? The one I live in because you kicked me out? That room? She switched tactics. I'll let you back in the bedroom if you give me the office. But I'd have to apologize? Obviously. Then no. She slammed the door and left. 20 minutes later, I heard drilling. She set up a desk in the living room corner. Her office is now in our shared space where I watch TV. Guess who bought noise-canceling headphones for $300? Yesterday was peak entitlement. I came home to find my door lock tampered with, scratch marks around the keypad. I confronted her. Did you try to break into my room? It's not your room. Did you try to break the lock? I needed to check for house damage. By breaking in? It's my house too. Which is why I can lock my door. And why tampering with it is attempted property damage. She paled. You wouldn't. Try me. That night, I installed a hallway camera facing my door, legal in common areas. She sees the red light blinking every time she passes. Mike came over to watch football last night. Claire flipped. You can't have people in there. Why? It's my room. I don't want strangers in my house. Mike's been here 100 times. You went to his engagement party. Not in that room. She called the police, claiming I was refusing to leave a room in her house. The officer looked exhausted, heard me explain I live here, pay half the mortgage, and am in my room. Claire ranted about spare rooms and apologies. Ma'am, does he live here? Yes, but is he threatening you? No, but is he breaking laws? He locked an interior door. In a house he owns. Claire went quiet. Officer to me. You two need counseling. After he left, Claire sent a payment request for $1,400. Half your room stuff, it's marital property. I declined and sent one for $1,900. Half the bedroom furnishings I'm banned from. She declined that and sent one for $500 for emotional distress. I sent one for $1 for the box I helped Sophie carry. Silence since. Update 2. The standoff dragged on, but Claire made a critical mistake that shifted everything. After the police fiasco, she went all in, changed the Wi-Fi password. Joke's on her, I got my own internet line to my room for $90 a month. The technician thought it was odd, but worth it for peace. Then she started hosting loud friend gatherings, wine nights, craft parties, book clubs, right outside my door. I cranked my soundbar and got thicker blackout curtains. But then, she went too far. Last Tuesday, I came home to my door wide open. The lock was gone. My stuff was there but rearranged. Console unplugged, fridge off, food spoiling, bed stripped, sheets piled up. A note read, maintenance check required, management. Except we own the house, no management. I called her. What the hell, Claire? The room needed inspection for damage. You broke into my room and touched my stuff. It's not breaking in if I own the house. You destroyed my lock. That's property damage. Prove it. That's when I got serious, but not how she expected. She forgot I'd been documenting everything. Texts admitting she kicked me out, lock tampering photos, the police report, her break-in. I didn't shout. I just said, okay. Then I called my lawyer, not for divorce yet, but for legal separation and to establish household boundaries. The papers she got served 3 days later were gold, requesting exclusive use of my room, damages for the destroyed lock, and a formal split of household spaces. She came to me, tears streaming. You got a lawyer? You broke into my room and trashed my property. It's a lock, Ryan, that you destroyed after kicking me out for helping someone with a box. You're ruining our marriage. I'm sleeping in a spare room. You've been escalating for 6 weeks. Then came her sob story. I'm stressed. Work's awful. Mom's on my case. You abandoned me. You kicked me out. I wanted you to fight for us by apologizing, to show you cared. I showed I cared by not letting you gaslight me. Her lawyer, per mine, laughed at her case, kicking out your spouse, claiming abandonment, destroying their property, then claiming ownership. Good luck. But Claire's big mistake was trying to win me back. She started wearing skimpy outfits, cooking lavish dinners she'd eat in front of me, bringing home my favorite pastries. I kept living, meal prepping, gaming with Mike, starting online coding classes. Then she went nuclear, invited Sophie and her boyfriend for dinner without telling me. I came home to them at my dining table, Claire playing perfect host, pouring wine. Ryan, join us. Getting to know our neighbors. Sophie looked horrified. Her boyfriend, Matt, seemed confused. Thanks, but I've got plans, I said, grabbing a protein shake. Don't be rude, honey, Claire said, the honey dripping with fakeness. I'm good. Enjoy. Sophie stood. We should go, early morning tomorrow. But you just got here, Claire protested. Sorry, food smells great, though. They bolted. Matt muttered, What was that? As they left. Claire exploded. You embarrassed me. You embarrassed yourself, inviting the woman you accused me of flirting with to prove a point. I was being nice. You were being manipulative. I'm saving our marriage. By refusing to admit you were wrong? I wasn't wrong. Then there's nothing to save. That was last week. Yesterday, Claire moved out, not permanently, to her sister's. Left a note. Since you want to live alone. Funny thing is, I don't. I just wanted my wife to admit she was wrong about one thing. That I didn't flirt. That helping with a box isn't a crime. That kicking me out was an overreaction. Instead, she blew up our life. My lawyer says I've got a strong case to keep the house if we divorce, especially with her leaving and my documentation. But that's not what I wanted. I'm in my awesome room writing this. The house is too quiet. But I'll be damned if I apologize for something I didn't do. She texts every few hours. I miss you. You're ruining everything. Just say sorry and we're done. 6 weeks ago, I helped a neighbor with a box. That's the crime that ended my marriage. Final update. It's done. Not just the marriage, but this whole crazy saga. Claire stayed at her sister's for 2 weeks, posting cryptic social media quotes about valuing yourself and believing people when they show their true colors. The irony flew over her head. I got the house appraised, talked buyout options with my lawyer, started therapy, should have done that years ago, and kept upgrading my room. Added a small wine cooler because why not? Then Claire made her move. She returned with her brother Ethan and a moving truck, no heads up. I was working remotely. My company's chill about it. She marched in like she owned the place, which technically she half does. I'm taking my stuff and the bedroom furniture. It's half mine. Then I'm taking the bed and dresser. You can have the nightstands, cool. She wanted a reaction. When she didn't get one, Ethan chimed in. You really screwed up, man. How so, Ethan? You humiliated my sister, made her feel unwanted in her home. She kicked me out for helping someone with a box. That's not what she said. I'm sure it isn't. Claire cut in. I want the living room TV too. It's mine, bought before we married. Receipt says otherwise. She flushed. Fine. The kitchen appliances, then. We bought those together. Take half. How do I take half a blender, Ryan? That's your puzzle, like the couch was mine. Ethan tried to grab the coffee maker. I blocked him. That's from my room, bought 6 weeks ago. Prove it. I showed the online order. Claire grabbed the espresso machine instead. This, then? Go ahead. They spent 3 hours dividing stuff, arguing over everything. Claire tried to take my gaming chair. This was in the spare room originally. Yeah, and you kicked me into the spare room. It's mine now. A judge won't see it that way. Let a judge decide. She backed off. The real blow-up came when she found out I'd documented everything. Ethan was loading boxes when Claire stormed down from the attic. You locked the attic storage? No, I padlocked my half. Yours is open. How'd you divide it? Tape down the middle. Your holiday decor and old clothes are on the left. She checked, came back, raging. You took more space. I took exactly half, measured it. This is pathetic, Ryan. We're adults. Adults don't get kicked out of bedrooms, but here we are. Ethan started. You're being a petty... Careful, Ethan. You're in my house. It's Claire's too. For now. Claire froze. What's that mean? We're divorcing. The house will be sold or bought out. This ends. You're divorcing me? Over this? Over you kicking me out, falsely accusing me, refusing to apologize, breaking into my room, trashing my property, calling the police, and now taking half our stuff? Yeah. She sank to the floor. This isn't how it was supposed to go. How was it supposed to go, Claire? You were supposed to apologize, sleep on the couch a few nights, feel guilty, come back and value me more. Value you for falsely accusing me? That's not fighting for a marriage. That's manipulation. Ethan helped her up. Let's go, Claire. I'm not leaving. This is my house. You already left. You're at Lisa's. She tried one last tactic. If you loved me, you'd apologize to end this. If you loved me, you wouldn't demand I apologize for nothing. They left with the truck half full, Claire crying, Ethan muttering about lawyers. Divorce papers were filed 2 weeks ago. She's fighting it, pushing for counseling. The mediator, court-ordered, heard our story and basically said, "This is over." Her lawyer advised taking my buyout offer. I'm keeping the house, paying her half the equity. Worth it. My room's perfect, and I'll get the master back. Might expand it into a suite. Last text exchange. This is really it? Over a box? It was never the box. It was respect, trust, partnership. You showed me you don't value those. I was jealous. It's normal. Jealousy's normal. Your reaction wasn't, you're giving up. I'm moving on. From nearly 10 years? From 6 weeks of you showing me who you are. No reply since. I'm doing fine. The house is quiet but calm. Started dating lightly, coffee dates, being upfront about the baggage. Most are stunned by the story. One woman said, "You turned a spare room into a bachelor pad instead of apologizing." Iconic. Another called me stubborn. Fair enough. Not everyone clicks. Mike helped me move the bedroom furniture back last weekend. Walking into the master felt like entering a ghost town, but I'm reclaiming it. Claire's still at her sister's, posting about toxic relationships and red flags, claiming I ruined our marriage over nothing. But it wasn't nothing. It was every time she ignored my perspective, demanded apologies for her assumptions, chose control over dialogue. The box was just the final straw. Do I regret not apologizing? Number. If I had, we'd still be in that cycle. Her controlling, me enabling. Sometimes the smallest battles matter because they hide bigger issues. My room's awesome, kept the gaming setup there. Master's just for sleeping now. Best of both worlds. Thanks for following this wild ride. I'm closing this chapter and moving on. To anyone in a similar spot, don't apologize for things you didn't do. It never stops there. Peace out. P.S. Sophie and Matt invited me for drinks last week. Said that dinner was the most awkward moment of their lives. Claire gushing about our perfect marriage while barely holding it together. They felt so bad they considered moving. I told them the story. Matt bought the next round and said, "You dropped this, King." Good neighbors.